Hello friends, and welcome to lesson number 7. Here we are going to talk about willpower, because you must have heard about it. Everyone knows that willpower is the most effective and the only weapon that can help you fight the addiction. But the fact shows that for most of addicts, willpower does not last long. Some people don't even try to quit because they know in advance that their willpower is too weak to cope with quitting. Later, you understand why willpower was the main reason that caused you to fail when you tried to quit in the past. But first, you should know a few things about willpower to understand why using it in a rehab process is causing relapse. So, the willpower is inner force that motivates a person to choose his actions. Your willpower has the strongest force influencing you to action. For example, if someone uses willpower to quit smoking and one day he has a strong urge to smoke a cigarette and the uncontrollable urge is stronger than his willpower, then he will smoke. If in the past you stopped your addiction and suddenly after a few months or even a few years you have a strong desire to use the addictive substance, you will use it uncontrollably. This happens to most people who have stopped the addiction and had a relapse. So willpower is internal, limited resource that everyone has, but using it time after time weakens it. For example, if willpower is used 10 times a day, every day, trying not to return to the addiction, after a short period of time, willpower weakens until it finally breaks down. According to Dr. McGonigal of Stanford University, willpower is like a muscle that also needs to rest and recover after continuous activity. Therefore, exhausted willpower is the reason many quitters experiencing a relapse after a short time. Dr. McGonigal also claims that willpower has a hard time doing several actions together. For example, if someone is addicted to nicotine and fattening food, it will be much harder for him to cope on two fronts. He may stop smoking, but he will become overweight or obese. According to the doctor, there are forces that weakens willpower. One of them is called the inspirational effect, or I deserve a little treat. This force appears after someone who made an effort and stopped the addiction. Then, out of pride in himself, he thinks he's now allowed to take a break and indulge with one cigarette, one ice cream, or one drink. And you already know how to slide back to the addiction with only one more time, right? Quitters do not use willpower from time to time to continue pushing forwards, but they use it many times. And there are no discounts. There is no just one cigarette, one piece of cake, or just one drink. Is that clear? Great. Procrastination is another force that weakens the willpower. Postponing quitting time causes illusion that tomorrow or another day we'll have easier control on the situation, and meanwhile we can continue to celebrate. Now, what about the phrase, nothing stands in the way of desire? Well, it is true when all your willpower is concentrated in only one desire. If you try to deal with a few addictions at the same time, most likely you are going to relapse. Willpower also serves people who don't decide it yet what they want to do. To stop the addiction for a short time, continue with it, or quit it for good. So, what if someone uses willpower to quit? It is clear that he has not reached a final decision. In this case, the addict has an internal conflict where the willpower leaves it unsolved. Therefore, he's not 100% committed to the process and has not created the condition that will help him to quit. What happens is the addict starts the rehab process with fear and belief that he's going to fail. Anyone who has stopped his addiction and he spent time with people who are still addicted to the same substance, he will be jealous of them because he still has a conflict between his desire to quit and the desire to continue. He misses the drug and he's jealous of the addicts, but he still hopes not to return to the addiction. And why does this happen to so many people who stop their addiction? There are two reasons for it. Number one, no one told them ahead of time about the limited ability of willpower to last a long time. Number two, people who plan to quit have never heard about the subconscious mind's crucial role in addiction and in the rehab process. That's why in the next lesson we'll learn about the subconscious mind and its connection in relapse and successful rehab. What's certain is that from now on you will choose when and how to use willpower. And I appreciate your desire to quit, and I will see you soon. Take care now.